Yes. Season greetings to everyone. You are all welcome to this session. So today, briefly, we'll be talking about some signals in property. Specifically, we'll be speaking on graveyard. What does it mean? What does it entail when you see a graveyard in a plot? Now, this is a signal that need not be ignored. Certainly, because once you ignore it, it's something you pay for later. You know, definitely um we have various kinds of signal, know, in a plot, in a property, because once you buy a plot, you have to take possession. Possession can be constructive and or actual possession. Briefly, when you see a graveyard in a plot, it brings to your mind various things. One, it's possible that plot is a family property, and if it's a family property, an individual cannot sell family property alone. No, it has to involve, the the family head, principal member of the family, and member of the family. So if anyone enters any transaction individually, in his personal capacity, in respect of family property, that contract is void. So you only end up buying litigation. You will end up buying litigation. Even most times, even the family heads cannot sell alone. He has to involve principal member, and principal member cannot sell alone. The principal member has to involve family head. You see, so that is why it's very pertinent that you take note of that. You take note of that. Seeing graveyard in the property. Once you see graveyard in the property, it must draw to your attention many things. And again, it also means that you should trace the title, the history of the property. Very important. It is possible there's a covenant running on land on that property. It's possible. You not know. It's possible. It's possible there's what I mean by a covenant running on land. There are some covenant, there are some contract, there are some plot wherein it was stated right from day one, ab initio, that once this property is being transferred from one buyer to the other, the grave must not be tampered, must not be destroyed. So it's possible something like that is there. So that is why you have to investigate, and most importantly, you have to employ the services of a legal practitioner to carry out the necessary search to know whether the property is encumbered, to know whether his property is encumbered. Very, very key. So graveyard in a property is something that cannot be overlooked. It cannot. Because once you overlook it, you end up paying for it dearly, honestly. So that is why it is good you do the needful on time to avoid stories that will not even touch. Because even if you run to court, the court will definitely ask you, when you go to the property, did you not see a graveyard on it? And you fail to ask questions. So that is why it's something that cannot be ignored. And again, the second arm of it is this: it's possible that graveyard is situated in a family house, and it's possible that family house is Igiogbe. What do I mean by Igiogbe? Simply put, Igiogbe, under Benin native law and custom, Igiogbe is the house where the man lived and died. So under Benin native law and custom, the law is to the effect that Igiogbe belongs strictly to the first son, not even the second son. Igiogbe. So it's possible that house, that grave you are saying, is where the man was buried. That is the Igiogbe. And let's say a third party or the third son want to transfer it. You see that property cannot be transferred. You will only be dwelling in a state of Eldorado, because you end up buying litigation. Because it's Igiogbe. So just like that, various customs, various traditions have their own take on this. Like Esan laws and customs, those ones still have their the way they should. But most importantly, once you see a graveyard on the property, it should call to mind many things, should draw your attention. So you should have a pause, have a routine. Once you see a graveyard, have a pause in transaction, then do the needful, do the proper investigation. Very important. If not, you end up. That's why you see most times you see cases spanning up to 16, 15 years, especially land cases spanning up to 15, 16 years in court. These are things that will be averted by simply doing the needful, by employing a lawyer to do the search. And it's a pity that most times when most some clients want to buy property, they will not involve a lawyer. Rather, they will go and involve an agent that is just interested in his percent. And once issue comes up, you see that lawyer you abandon, you will run to him and you will pay double. In fact, most times you will even pay in fourfold what you have paid before. Penny wise, pound foolish. So that is why it's very germane that at the initial stage you do the needful. In fact, for emphasis, you even need lawyer when sure, you need lawyer to even avert issue, to avert problem, not when there's problem already. No, that's why you see some person, most companies, successful companies, even individuals, they have their own family lawyer, they have their own personal. Why? To advise them on daily transactions, on daily event, to avert issues. So that is when you even need a counsel, not when there's problem already. No, because then you'll be running head scatter, spreading hell